pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice and woes of life. Love deprived, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, motives reflected. Often mirrors appear clear, grinning from ear to ear. Craving and raving in grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you can see.
Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and today, it is Wednesday. Normally, we would be at somewhere else, but I missed yesterday because I wasn't feeling good, and normally, Tuesdays we're at George's Happy Hog for their for mac and cheese Tuesdays. Mac and cheese are every Tuesday and Friday, so normally we are at George's, but I was not feeling well, so today I am at, George's Happy Hog, located 712 Culbertson Drive, just east of Lincoln, south of the state capitol, north of the OU Medical Center. So that's where we're at, located today, and enjoying some barbecue. And, man, I'm just upset that I did not get my mac and cheese yesterday, but I can always come back on Friday. But we're going to be doing the show, of course, somewhere else on Friday, so we won't be there. But anyway, hey, if you haven't been to George's, come by. Of course, they've got great ribs. They've got chopped brisket, sliced brisket, hot links, smoked bologna, turkey legs, chicken, smoked chicken, and, of course, the appetizers are mac and cheese, greens, what else? Baked beans, potato salad, coleslaw. So by all means, come out. Corn on the cob, small corns on the cobs, little servings of corns on the cob, and they have that. So, but for catering events, you can contact them at 405-525-8111. They're closed Sundays and Mondays, open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 7. So come on by and enjoy them anytime you can, and everybody that comes in here always comes back for seconds because it is fantastic. If you haven't been in yet, hey, by all means. And of course, Carolyn Hinthorn at YNB and Randy Wright, they love to burn ends. And tomorrow I will be at YNB, so that's what that's going to be about. And of course, YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. The bank that makes things happen. They are the reason why we are here at George's Happy Hog today, because they support us going out and supporting women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. And so they sponsor for us to go out and bring spotlight to these different businesses. And we hope that we've got a chance to do that as well. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into any of their locations, the 401 Elm, which is the main bank at downtown Yukon. YNB East is off the Parkway and 66 or 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks, just south of I-40. Can't miss it, right there in front of the hospital. And then, of course, YNB Peoples, which is the bank I always go to there in Bethany, located on 23rd between MacArthur and Rockwell. So any of those locations you can go into now. Like I said, I always go to that one because it's just closer. Only time I go to Yukon is when the commander summons me and tells me I need to get there because he's mad at me about something, or we go there and do the show there about once a month or so. That we go to Yukon and give them a little love as well for them supporting us here on the Unpopular Hour. So last night the Thunder played. Once again, frustrating for those of us who are Thunder fans who understand what's going on. The Thunder lost to the T-Wolves 106-103. Falling to 11-6, losers of 2 in a row after winning 6 in a row. The T-Wolves, of course, are number 1 in the NBA West, standing at 13-4, and they beat us 106-103. And once again, our coach does what he does, Mr. Minutes Manager that he is. Now, granted, the Thunder have had a tough schedule. We played a lot of games in a lot of days, and, I guess that's the reasoning he is using for playing guys the same amount of minutes. And for me, I just don't understand it. I don't. I don't get it. You play your best players because especially in 50-50 games now against some of the teams like the Bulls and the Pistons, yeah, I get all that. But when you're playing Golden State, you're playing the Kings, you're playing the T-Wolves, you're playing teams that the win-loss matters, head-to-head matters as far as seeding. And when I'll show you the NBA standings, you'll understand what I'm saying. Head-to-head matters. And in 50-50 games, which for those of you who don't understand what a 50-50 game is, a 50-50 game is a game that you can win or lose because the team and you both teams are about equal. So then it comes down to coaches matchups. It comes down to lineups. It comes down to substitution. It comes down to all of that. And this coach right here is failing us. And he's going to continue to fail us because to his strength is developmental as a developmental coach. That's his strength. And everybody goes, well, he won the runner-up coach of the year. That's because nobody saw the Thunder. All they saw was our record. Nobody watched the games. Nobody saw games. And when you go back and you looked at the Golden State game yesterday, Charles Barkley lit up what happened. They called Steve Kerr out because of him pulling out Moody when he was on fire, because he didn't want to coach the younger players. So in Oklahoma City, they're fortunate because Oklahoma City fans and Oklahoma City media are not going to call the Thunder out because, one, the media is not going to piss them off because they want to keep them here, and the fans are not knowledgeable when it comes to basketball. Football, they're way more knowledgeable than they are basketball-wise, and that's 100%. And, hey, what's up, Nathan? Joined by my guy Nathan Taylor at YNB. What's up, bro? How you doing,
man? How are you?
Good. Just going over the T-Wolves and the Thunder, talking about 50-50 games and all that. How about this, to answer your question, the Thunder, remember we were talking about last night? Well, let me go through this first, and then we'll get into that. And T-Wolves were 14 for 33. Now, what people don't understand is they started 1 for 7 in the first quarter. 1 for 7.
Yeah.
1 for 7. So they ended up 13 of 26 the second half. They were shooting 25% for the first quarter. Field goal percentage. End up shooting 42. That's what happened with the Thunder. 51 rebounds to our 36, 32 pips to our 36, which is points in the paint, 20 turnovers to 10. And the thing about this, the Thunder have taken care of the basketball the last 2 games. 4 turnovers against the Sixers, 10 turnovers against the T-Wolves, and you lose both games. Bench scoring doesn't really matter that much to me. The T-Wolves, even though their bench when Anthony Edwards went out, the Ant-Man, Lee just he lit us up, dude. He lit us up. So, but anyway, my point was to get, we were talking about this last night, and now that you've had a chance to sleep on it, are your feelings changing anyway about what you saw?
Oh, no, not really. They just out physical this last night. I mean, they're
second
just a
half.
physical team. And
The second half.
when you do that, yeah. Second
Yes.
half, no, I mean, rotation sucked, but other than that, not really. They just played better game. As bad as rotations were last night, if Jada or Chet or Dort or whoever, put your name in the blank there, hit one more 3, we go to overtime.
Right.
So,
Isaiah Joe has been cold.
we-
Isaiah Joe has been freezing cold from 3 the last 2 games.
yeah. If we play like we have, if we played in the second half last night like we've been playing the last seven or so games and shooting like that, we win that game by 10.
Yes.
We
lost the Philly
I
game because we weren't shooting. Remember, we lost the Philly game because we weren't shooting well from 3 either.
That's true. So, but if you, I don't know how much of that was the Minnesota defense or just the bad shooting. I don't think you can quantify that, but I think it's probably a little bit of both. But again, if you hit one more of those shots, we're in it. So,
I'm gonna push back against that because I'm gonna say this: it's not about the shots; it's about who you have in the game and the flow of the game. To me, yeah, you got to make shots, but Isaiah Joe being cold the last 2 games cost us because he had been smoking on fire the last 5 games previous to that. Okay, he was shooting well over 50%.
I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't disagree with anything you just said, other than the fact that, as just a casual fan, and I know that's not what we're catering to, but as a casual fan, if Isaiah Joe, if Giddy hits Isaiah Joe in the corner and he hits that 3, and we win in overtime, we're not even really having this discussion.
You mean instead of SGA?
Rotation sucks.
You mean instead of SGA?
Oh,
Is that what you're talking about?
no. Yeah. I said SJ. Yeah. Like the
Well,
last
this is the issue.
it's shot.
Had Isaiah Joe been 6 for 6 and no doing his normal shots, I'd probably agree with you because I went back and looked at it and I'm like, no, SGA just rushed his shot. He could have made a better move. There should have been a better screen, so he could get over it and knock it down, and that didn't happen. And so he rushed his shot. He did not
Well, and
get
I don't remember exactly, but wasn't double teamed on the inbound? Wasn't he double teamed on the inbound?
Who? I'm talking about after SGA got the ball.
SGA?
After he got the ball.
Yeah, wasn't he double teamed right after he got the ball?
Yeah, but there could have been a screen and he rushed the shot is what I'm saying. He could have got a better shot, but he shot the ball a second before he should have. He could have waited a little bit longer, but it's easier to say that when you are watching the game versus being in the heat of the battle. Okay? And as a person who's taking a last second shot.
Well, here's the thing, too, man. I mean, here's the thing, though. If we need a last second three, I mean, I know SGA has actually made that shot more often than he's probably missed it,
Yes.
to be honest with you. Because he is a killer when it comes to closing out games.
Agreed.
But just by the percentages, and I know you can't go by just stats, but by the percentages, he should probably been about the third or fourth guy to take that shot.
Okay. I understand what you're saying, but also because of what has happened by not going to him, you got to play those into play. Okay?
Yeah, you're in that position. If you would have put him in 3 minutes earlier, you probably wouldn't even been in that.
Well, he was sitting there waiting for 3 minutes before he called timeout. So that's a whole nother story. Okay, this coach is he's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he'd have been in there when he should have been in there, then you wouldn't have had that problem.
It's like I said earlier. When people tell me, "Oh, well, he was runner-up coach of the year last year," I said, "Because nobody saw us play. All they saw was our win total. That's all they saw. Nobody saw us play." I said, I promise you, in the Golden State and Kings game last night, Barkley and them lit the Golden State Warriors up. And if you are an Oklahoma City Thunder fan and you go to TNT and Oklahoma City's on TNT, this coach will be lit up for the things that he's caused us in the games we've lost. He would have gotten lit up. But because you're in Oklahoma City and you don't get it and you're a casual fan and you don't understand the intricacies of the game, you don't get it. But if you do, you understand completely what is going on. It's not rocket science for us. We see what's happening. We see what he's doing. We see the lineups he's doing. We see how he's playing SGA and Chet and J-Dub the same amount of minutes. Are you out your damn mind? None of them are all-stars except one. One is first-team All-NBA. And you're playing him the same amount of minutes you're playing people who aren't? Are you crazy? I mean, no. Now, when you look at the Sixers game, well, I'm just saying, you look at the Sixers. No, listen, let me finish. When you go to look at the Sixers game, they had all five starters were well over 30 minutes, or 30 minutes. Embiid was 37, and Maxey was 40. All our guys were, Chet was at, I think, 33, and SGA was 36 or something like that. SGA should have been at least 40. When there's a close 50-50 game, you can't go look at your little notes and go, okay, this is how I manage games. Screw that. This is a 50-50 game. This is a game we need to win. You can't go by your stuff. You can't stick Jang in the game. You know, last night you put him in for 2 minutes and realize he can't play. Dude, he can't play. He is still a project. He needs to stay in the DG League. He needs to stay in the G League and keep developing. That's where he needs to stay. He is not ready for this level. But you got a minute. You can listen. But you got a minute. No, forget that. No. There ain't no analytics. What it is he is developmental coach. And listen, he is a developmental coach. Analytics ain't got nothing to do with the hell with Jane playing. How does analytics affect you playing Jane? And what analytic can you give me? Wait, hold on. Give me an analytic that can tell me I'm going to put Jang in a game.
No, there isn't one.
Okay, so then why are we talking about analytics?
Well, just let me finish. Let me get to my point. Let me finish my whole thing.
Okay.
So the problem with is he is on the side of statistics, analytics, all that kind of stuff. He's more of a cerebral coach versus an actual flow of the game coach. So in his mind, the paper's telling him to do this, so that's what he does. But that's the problem with that is you can't go off that stuff. You have to see. It's like we say it all the time. On paper, this team should win. Well, yeah, but that's why they play the game.
That's right.
Right?
Okay.
So you can't rely on that stuff. You have to do it individually and see the flow of the game. You can't just rely on statistics.
He does not see the flow of the game at all. At all. He doesn't. This is the thing.
I mean, that's his problem.
Like we talked about on After the Storm. Here's the issue. Teams understand that because you keep SGA, you put in Isaiah Joe and Dort in before you put SGA in the fourth quarter. And what the hell analytic world do you live in? Are you kidding me?
That don't make no damn sense, man.
You putting a guy who don't even start in a game in the fourth quarter before your best player. And this is my thing. He is trying to still do what he did. It caused the issue between SGA and they can blame hip injury all the hell they wanted. You're full of crap. We all saw for our own eyes what the hell happened. You put J-Dub mentally in the same level as SGA, even though that is not even remotely the case. But that's what you did. Right. J-Dub took that to another level that he's on the same level as him because you're running plays for him at the end of quarters. You're running plays for him at the end of games. You're playing the same amount of minutes as him. A guy who's first team All-NBA, not second, not third, not honorable mention, but first team All-NBA versus a guy who was runner-up rookie of the year and who's not even considered an All-NBA player at all, not even an All-Star. But you put him on the same level. You put him on the same level as a guy, if you do what they're proposing, or what I would love to see, is the European versus American in the All-Star game. And it's, quite frankly, it's really simple who the top five are from the Europe. That is Luka, that is SGA, that is Giannis, that's Wembanyama, and that's the Joker. In the NBA, and then you got Josh Giddey coming off the bench, which okay. But
can you put the Joker in? I'm sorry, that's Joker. But can you put Wembanyama on there already?
Who you gonna put in front of him who you gonna put in front of him in the top five?
Tell me this because I just don't know.
I don't either. I'm asking you. Who? There ain't nobody you're going to put in front of Wembanyama. There ain't nobody you put in front of Wembanyama.
What about it?
There's nobody you
put in.
What about Embiid? Embiid is American.
Well, he's from Cameroon.
But he's playing, he's declared he's playing for the USA in the Olympics. So he's an American.
Okay,
that's why. That's why I didn't have him in there. And the American team, you've got Steph Curry, Embiid, Anthony Edwards, Anthony Davis, and LeBron. That's your five for the American team. And J-Dub ain't even mentioned. Chet ain't even mentioned. Now, they would stick Chet in there now. They would put Chet in there now as a reserve because of the way he's been playing. So, and plus they're promoting him up. So he would get stuck in there. And he deserves to be a honorable mention or a mention to be an all-star. Not one of the all-star players, but you know what I'm saying? If you split them up like that, then yes. I would stick Chet in there on the American team. As a reserve, yes.
Yeah, like number 10.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I would stick him in there on a reserve, yes. I would put him in there because he's playing that well right now. So, and the NBA is because the NBA is, their promotion is Chet versus Wemby. That's their promotion. That's their promotion. They're two totally different players, and all they can do is compare what Chet is doing versus what Wembanyama's doing. And like I told him, I said, and this is the simplest I could put the average unknowledgeable fan. Chet is a piece of a system. Our system is SGA. That's our system. That's our system. And Wemby is the system. That's the difference. Chet is not our system. Chet is our piece to the system, which is SGA. That's the difference. That's why their numbers are there, because if you didn't have...
You hope so.
No.
You hope one day that they both become the system.
No, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. It's not happening. Because listen, Chet started flourishing when he and SGA bonded. Agreed? After the third or fourth game. Okay? Because why? All the attention then was going on SGA, and Chet could just flow in the midst of the game and get his points, because back then he only had Josh passing the ball. SGA would not pass him the ball. Now that's fixed, and he's flourishing. Their pick and roll is nasty. that pick and pop or the roll to the basket is
So you
nasty.
think that there's no road whatsoever where Chet could not necessarily become as good as SGA, but maybe third team All NBA-ish
No, I
kind
think
of guy?
I thought he might make an All-Star team, but the West is loaded. Now remember, All NBA is
I'm not
East.
saying this
Listen,
year. I'm
stop.
saying
Listen to me. All NBA is East and West. So who are you going to put in front of
Oh
him?
yeah, you're right.
Top 15. Who are you putting? Is Chet a
That's
top
what I'm saying,
15
man.
player?
That's not right.
Is he going to be? I mean, that's what I'm saying. All NBA is top 15. Chet ain't there.
Well, not right now. I'm not saying.
I don't
I'm
see.
saying
Listen,
eventually.
I'm gonna tell you this: if Oklahoma City continues the road that they're down with this coach and his playing time, Oklahoma City's value is going to go down as a. They're going to be the Utah Jazz of when Quinn Snyder was their coach. Man, they're pretty tough. They're tasty. They're hard to beat, but they're never going to go past the second round if they get there.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
That's because of this
Don't
coach and
disagree
what
with
he's
that at all.
doing. You know, to me, you got to understand that he just fights against it. Every time he's asked about SGA, he never, ever compliments on how great he is. He doesn't. Oh, well, he's on defense, or he's this. And, dude, this coach he doesn't understand and how to coach a superstar. And it's like you said, the analytics say, as a team, if we're going to build as a team, this is how you build it, by everybody playing these amount of minutes. Now, I can give you that. Okay, I'll give you the analytic part of that. I'll give you that. But my point is, you don't see Nick Nurse doing that with Embiid and Maxey. You don't see Malone doing that at the Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? Now, Steve Kerr last night got lit up. Why? Because Moses Moody was firing it up in the fourth quarter, and he pulled him out because he's like, okay, I want to go with these guys that I'm more comfortable with. And that's where our coach was doing it. What happened? They got the L. And what happens? We're getting the L because this is what I'm more comfortable coaching. This is how I coach. I'm more comfortable doing this. And we get an L. When you look at who we beat compared to who we lost to, that's all you got to do. You want to look at our record, 11 wins and 6 losses. Look at who we lost to and look who we
We
beat.
haven't beat a good team.
Look who we beat.
You haven't beat a good team yet.
No. Why? Because of the simple fact
Yeah, they haven't beat a good team.
No, because he keeps with his same, like you said, his analytics. Listen, when you pull this up, and this is gonna be the easiest way for people to understand what we're saying, okay? Where is it at? That's the wrong thing. Game stats. Here we go. You look at this. Look at how many minutes they played. How the hell is J-Dub and Chet playing the same amount of minutes as SGA? And we talked about it last night.
No.
We talked about it last night. At the end of the third quarter, SGA had 29 minutes. 29 minutes. I mean, this guy doesn't get it, and he's not going to get it. And what Oklahoma City fans who think, oh, well, he's a pretty good coach because, he was run-up coach of the year. They're going to find out this year, like we've said all along, if this guy can coach or not. He can't coach. And if they keep him in there, Oklahoma City is going to be a barely 500 team. It's what they're going to be. The 44 wins are going to be right at it because he's going to continually cost us wins. And we've calculated what, four losses? What we lost had 4 losses.
4 losses.
At least contributed to him.
I think we talk about this too, but I think the win mark, and I know it doesn't really make a difference, but I think you're probably more in the 48 range just because of the amount of talent that we have. They're going to win in spite of him.
That's correct.
But I don't disagree with where you're at.
Well, like I said, if we do what I think, if just the bare minimum of what we're going to do, we're going to win 48 games. That's what I said at the beginning of the year. That's what I said. Just being average.
Which would put us at what, 48, 82, 36 losses? Is that right? 36, 34 losses?
Yep.
Like that?
34 losses.
Yeah, that's too many.
It's too many.
I mean, you
shouldn't have more than
can't-
25 losses.
Yeah,
Shouldn't have more than 25 losses. You should, because if you're the team. But once again, this guy is not going to get us to where we need to go, and that's it. So, in NBA scores last night, though, man, I'll tell you what, there were some good games last night. And you look at it, and the Bucks.
Man, Golden State beat the other leg, man.
Well, that's what I said because, but that's what I'm saying. But they lit him up on the press. In Oklahoma City, that would have never happened. No one would have said anything that he pulled out. No one said anything the other day when he calls timeout to pull Chet out, and Chet had 15 points in the third quarter against the Sixers, and he's rolling, and he stops our run by calling a timeout to get Chet out because he wants to rest. Are you kidding me? You stopped our run. Why are you calling timeout to stop our run? We're the one on the run, and you pulled Chet out, and then that was the end of that. So anyway,
yeah, but dude, Golden State they got a Draymond Green problem.
Golden
That
State
dude is starting to cost him more games than his health on.
The problem with him is he went from a nothing to he's an arrogant ass, and he cost them the championship.
Yeah.
He cost them the championship for them being the only NBA team in history to be up 3-1 in the finals and lose. And on top of that, they were supposed to be the greatest team in the history of the NBA, and then you don't finish out, you're not the greatest team in the NBA with all you had was the best regular season record. That's all you got. You ain't even the best team because you're the best regular season. You had the best regular season record. And they're not even shaped up there in that team because of what he did and what they have to do. Then all of a sudden you got a LeBron problem, and what'd you do? You have to go get KD in order to stop the LeBron problem because now LeBron had confidence because I promise you they should have beat them 4-1. And then LeBron is done with all this conversation. But because that did happen, and let's face it, that was Kyrie more than LeBron. Kyrie was a killer. They both were rolling, but Kyrie was a killer in the game 7. He was a killer. But anyway, the Bucks took care of the Heat last night. The Cavaliers took care of the Hawks. The Raptors lost to the Nets, which the Nets are a sneaky good team, I think. I really do. And the Celtics are just.
They are, but you know what, man? They're up and down, though, dude.
Yeah, I know, but they're still. But that's because they're young. They're young, and Jock Vaughn. I think this is my thing. I'd rather have Jock Vaughn as our coach, and Dagnall needs to be the coach of the Nets. If that makes sense.
You want Dagnall to go anywhere but here.
Well, no. What I'm saying is he's a better developer of where they need to be developed more. If that makes one, that was my point. I'm giving him props.
Here's my thing, Matt.
I'm giving him props.
I think here's the thing, Matt. With our team, you're going to crucify me, but with our team, I think there's still some developing yet to do for certain individuals. But you can't do that in the flow of what we're trying to do right now.
Correct. There's but see, that's what I'm saying. So then but Nathan, what you're saying then is null and void. We have players that need to be developed, yes, but not now. You can't develop them where we are now. There's no developing somewhere where you are now. You can't develop right now. You're developed. Now it's about putting players in the right position to help them succeed. That's where you're at now. There's no development going on. You're done developing.
Here's my question for you. Outside of SGA, and he's not a finished product yet either, but outside of SGA, I mean, don't you think all of these guys are way far away from what they're going to be?
Yes.
I mean,
I agree. But what I'm saying is you cost us experience last year by trying to be the 8th overall seed instead of letting us play with the way we needed to play and then have 2 playoff games under our belt at home, if not 4.
Yeah.
Okay? You cost us that experience right there. You cost us playoff experience right there.
Trying to be developmental last year.
Trying to get it at 8th seed. Trying to get the 8th seed. That's what you're trying to get. You're trying to jump up from 12 to 8. That's what you're trying to do. That's what you were trying to do last year. That's it. That's what you're trying to do. And then when you look at the standings right now, you and I talked about this, and we were talking about this today. Look, the Nuggets are 12-6, the Mavs are 11-6, the Suns are 11-6, the Thunder are 11-6, the Kings are 10-6, and we're 5th. And you look at every single one of those. The Wolves, winner of 2. Nuggets, winner of 2. Mavs, winner of 1. Suns, winner of 7. Thunder, loser of 2. Kings, winner of 2. Everybody up in that top are winning except us. You can't lose more. You can't lose 2 or 3 games in a row. You gotta win. And what Minnesota has done is protect the home court. They've got to go on the road, which we'll see where they're at once they start going on the road, because the majority of their games have been at home. Okay, so now they're gonna have to go on the road. But we're at home. What have we lost at home? 2 games, 3 games? We lost 3 games, right? 4 games. We've lost 4 games.
Yeah, no, 3. Yeah.
No, we lost to the Nuggets. We lost to the Pelicans. We lost to the Sixers, and we lost to Golden State. So you've lost 4 of your 6 losses were at home. 4 of your 6 losses were at home. That's correct. You lost to the Nuggets at home. You lost to the Pelicans at home. You lost to Golden State at home. And you lost to the Sixers at home. That's 4 games. You lost 4 games on the road. I mean, at home. Of your 6 home games, you lost 4 of them. With packed crowds.
Yeah.
Gym loaded, crowds. But once again, you put it, I'm going to go with your analytics deal. He does his analytics on this is what, the sick book. Hell with all, we're trying to win. We ain't developing. Like, that's what I'm saying. The mentality you just try to display about developmental, that's out the window, dude. SGA is ready to go. Chet is ready to go. Josh is ready to go. J-Dub's ready to go. They're ready to go. Kaysen is going to develop because he's a good enough player. You can develop in the flow of what you're doing if you're being coached correctly. You don't have to. You don't have to hold the team back. You don't have to hold the team back to develop players. That's nonsense. You can develop players and not have to.
That's what I was getting at was how do you find that right mixture? You know what I mean? Like you can't try to develop 3 or 4 guys on the floor at the same time.
That's what he's doing.
You got to do,
You got to let them develop in the flow of the game. And you're going to get maybe one.
You know what a perfect example?
But Nathan, you can only develop maybe 1, 2.
Right now.
But you can only develop 1 or 2 players.
No, but like Denver. Denver's a perfect example of that right now. Look what they're doing. They're developing that guy from Kansas. They're developing the guy from UCLA.
Okay, this is the deal. They're doing it one at a time. That was last year. Now this year is a different guy. They're winning and they're developing in the flow of winning. That's what they're doing. You develop in the flow of winning. Now, what we were doing 2 years prior, that's what he was doing was fantastic, and I gave him credit for it. And I said at the end of last year, now that you have done that, we're ready to win now. You did a great job in putting us here. But now what you were doing before, you have to forget that and move on. And he's still trying to develop what you just said, and that's the Oklahoma City mentality of people. You're developing players. What for? We got Kaysen is the only one we need to develop. And he's doing fine in the flow of our team. Okay? That's what I'm saying. You don't have time to develop Jang and bring in Lindy. No, there's no circumstances these 2 guys should be on the court. Teams are playing 9 and 10 guys against us. We're playing 12 because he's playing minutes. Now, granted, I'm gonna give you the fact that we played a lot of games in a lot of time, and at the end we get more days of rest in between towards the middle end of the schedule. So yes, I get that. But at the same time, in 50-50 games, and these games that you've lost, you've had a chance to win, but you are so stuck on, instead of understanding, hey, these are games, let me rest these guys against the Bulls. Let me rest these guys against the Pistons. Let me rest these guys here. But against the Nuggets, I can't rest. Against the Pelicans, I can't rest. Against the Kings, I can't rest. Golden State, I can't rest. Against Philly, I can't rest. Against Timberwolves, I can't rest. I got to go 9, and we just got to suck it up and win these games. I got to go with 9. I got to go with my top 9 and go. That's what I got to do.
I was hoping that would be the case.
He's not. That's not him. That's not him.
Probably throw a few more guys out there.
That's not him.
But it's just not. He's not doing that.
He's not him. And I'm going to go with you with the analytics part. Right. He looks at the analytics, and it says this, and this is what he's done to make him successful, and that's why he's doing it again. Well, that's fine when you develop a team. And just when you're talking about developing, screw that development, we're ready to go. We're developing Case and Wallace, just like the good teams do. They develop 1 rookie at a time. If you get lucky, you get 2, that's great. But it's the one you get, but it's what? You're developing in the flow of the offense, in the flow of the defense. And Kaysen has done that. He's earned his playing time because of his play on the court.
Oh, yeah.
100%. You ain't had to develop him. He's developed through his playing with the team and understanding what his role is. And you got to put, everybody has roles.
Well, in a way, you kind of do that. You did it like with SGA, his first year here. When he was playing on the floor with Chris Paul and Alec Hari. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that was so. In essence, you're doing kind of like that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Nathan, my whole point is you're a casual fan still, and your mentality based on your takes are that. No, really, it's not bad. I'm just saying I'm just saying that's your take on developmental players is my point exactly. We're not there. That's gone. We're not there anymore. We're not developing players, 2 and 3 guys. That's gone. That was last year. We're ready to go this year.
Yeah, I'm getting to the other side of the aisle, man.
And this is the thing. This is what people don't understand. Basketball is the one sport you know if somebody's better than you. No matter what the hell the coach says, no matter what's going on, you know who the hell's better than you. That's why Chet had made the concerted effort to go and tell SGA, I'm with you. I ain't trying to go by what this team is doing. I'm seeing what the hell's going on. I'm smart enough to know what's happening here. I'm with you. How does it feel to be unstoppable?
Which in our retrospect, that's a good thing.
No.
Right?
No. Like I said, I'm totally wrong about Chet, and I said that. Now I see where he's going. Now he and SGA got that 1-2 thing going on, but he understands he's number 2. The Thunder are trying to put him number 1. He understands he's number 2.
Yeah, but he knows better.
He knows better, and they don't. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and thank our sponsors right now. I want to thank Collaborative Logic for keeping us running and going. If you have any needs for computers, software, or personalized software to make your office run smoother, they are the people to talk to, as well as website design. They designed our website at mcsportsnetwork.com. You can go to that. SRB, if you have an engineering, surveying, or planning, Mark Long is the dude to call for that. They love to be behind the scenes. Oak Grove Trucking and Jose Fierro. My dude Jose, if you got any dirt, rocks, or sand to be moved around, he can do that for you. Greg and Max Nafee at NAFCO, we appreciate them supporting me and doing all the things that they've done with my MC Sports Academy, Matt Clark Basketball Academy, supporting kids. Love the fact and appreciate those guys. And YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. The bank
that makes things happen.
Jesus Christ. You fumble, man.
Okay,
You just, dude. Wow.
One more time. One more time.
And, of course, YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
The bank that makes things happen.
Jesus. Wow.
Was that again?
That's wow.
Really?
Dude, you're listening to me and you're delaying. I don't understand the issue. I don't get it.
It's the delay in the microphone.
No, it's not. No, it's not. There's no delay. It's just you. But anyway, they're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC. Proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses. And, of course, we are today at Georgia's Happy Hog because of YNB, located at 712 Culbertson Drive. Store hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 7. They're closed Sundays and Mondays. For catering events, you can contact them at 405-525-8111. So we appreciate the guys over at YNB. And, of course, DT Construction and Consulting. If you have needs for roofing or any sort of construction needs, whether it's remodeling or tearing out stuff, hey, Drew is the guy for that. Painting inside out. Or if you're looking at to flip a house, hey, call them up. They'll give you an estimate on how much it would cost for you to do that. If you bought it, for them to remodel it for you, this is what it would be. So contact them at 405-209-4051 or DT Construction 2015 in Outlook. You can hit Drew up on an email for that. Respectful, local, and loyal, that's what they are, which means if they do have a problem after you finish, if you do have a problem with them after they finish, Drew will answer his phone and come out and fix whatever the problems. And, of course, our newest sponsor, Shelter Insurance, the Mark Pemberton Agency, located 4609 Southeast 29th in Dale City, Oklahoma. 405-670-2424. They're open Monday through Thursdays from 9 to 5, Fridays 9 to 1. Closed, of course, on the weekend. Proudly serving the Mid-Dale area since 1982. Those are my peeps. Appreciate those guys out here sponsoring us for that. So now Drew is not here to he sent me in his stuff, and it's like, I don't know why the hell he's sending me in his stuff if he ain't here to even talk about it. You know what I mean? He's sending me his pics, Nathan.
What's up, boys?
And hey, Ben, and he ain't even here. He ain't even here to do his picks. I don't get that. Like, why are you
Ben, what you doing tomorrow, man? What you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Working?
I just got work tomorrow, and then I got stuff to do. I'm tearing up the fire back. What's going on?
You need to take a lunch break. Come out here and do the remote with us.
Where you guys at?
At the bank.
We're going to be at the bank tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, the question is, Nathan. Hey, by the way, Ben, whenever I'm getting ready to do, if you come on, please step in when I do YNB family owned and operated since 1912.
Yeah,
I
I
need
was
a quick
laughing when I
response.
got on.
Can you help me,
My
Ben? Because
computer
this dude
said
is he drops the ball and he
There
works
was a
there,
delay.
Ben. He works there.
Delay.
There's no
There was
delay, Ben. There's
there
no
was a
delay with
delay in the
Ben.
mic.
There's no delay with Ben. There's no
There was
delay
a,
with Drew. There's only a delay with you.
man, I
It's
started laughing so hard
I
when I
think
heard that.
you do that on purpose, Matt. You put a delay on it.
I started laughing so hard.
Ben. Am I wrong? Am I wrong,
What's
Ben?
up, fellas?
Am I wrong, Ben?
You're not.
Oh,
You're not.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
what's going on, fellas?
I'm just like, dude, you were wrong. Drew does it fine. Ben does it fine. It's just you.
What's up, Drew?
I'm not going to tell you what I'm not going to tell you what Carson did after I did that.
We're not talking about Carson. He's irrelevant. Go ahead, Drew. Are you ready to do your picks, Drew?
Wow, now we got a member of my family is irrelevant. Come on.
Hey, I'm talking about as far as what? No. We're talking about as far as coming on and giving his opinion. He don't even come
Oh
on.
yeah, that's irrelevant.
Yeah, he not even on, so it's irrelevant. You ain't even on. We don't do. What does that matter? That's all they're saying. But I love you. I love some Carson. I love Carson. But anyway, okay, Drew, your
After we
picks.
get the sponsorship thing.
Hey, Drew. So your picks, you're taking the Lakers, bro. -7 tonight.
Yeah, Detroit's just terrible. The Lakers should handle their business. Although I haven't seen who's playing tonight, but at -7, you think that they're probably all playing.
Well, the question is, they got the Thunder tomorrow. Do they play everybody? Because they play the Thunder tomorrow.
Well, I know, and you would think that they would play everybody against the Thunder and then rest people tonight, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm looking on their website right now, and doesn't say anything about anybody sitting.
Okay. Okay, in college basketball, we're virtually about to start college basketball after next week. Once we get on, we'll get our top 25s and start doing Big 12 basketball, which is what I'm interested in. You got Arkansas tonight +6.5. The Razorbacks.
Yeah, I can't bet on Duke, and that's at Arkansas. So I'll take Arkansas getting those 6.5 points.
Now, of course, Colorado and our boys up there. You got Colorado +3.5.
Yeah, so Colorado State beat Creighton by about 20 the other night, and I think they kind of been right on the hog. And Colorado was preseason early favorite to win the Pac-12, so I'll be interested to see what they do tonight.
Yeah, Tad Boyle is a hell of a coach, dude. He's a hell of a coach, bro. He really is.
Yeah.
I need to go see him is what I need to do. I need to go up to Colorado and see my boy. Because I used to love, when I looked at him, I was like, I'm getting 20 tonight on you, Tad. Just go on, smile, and move on. Take it.
Game, too, and I believe it's at a neutral site.
Oh, it is? Where would it be, in
I
Denver?
do believe that's at a neutral site in Denver.
Would it be at the Coliseum or whatever they call Denver's place? You don't have that many people, you wouldn't think.
Yeah, the Pepsi Center, whatever it is.
Yeah, you wouldn't think they'd have that many people, would you? I guess it's...
So, but big football season, and I don't know. Never know.
Yep, of course, then you got Davidson after that, +3.5.
Yeah, so Davidson's a sneaky team. I like to gamble on Davidson quite a bit. They shoot the ball real well. That's a low number on the road. They should be all right in that game. I don't foresee them having too much trouble tonight. I'm kind of surprised they were even getting 3.5 points. I figured that'd be a lot closer line.
Hey, then of course, Ben, he had to throw in UNC in there, Ben. You knew that, right? You know he's going to throw in the Tar Heels in there. You know he's going to throw in the Tar Heels.
Hey, we got to get a bounce back win tonight. They dropped that triple overtime game against Villanova out the island. So I look for Carolina to bounce back down tonight.
Yeah, then you St. Joe, really? 14.5? Isn't that a lot? They're usually...
That's an inner-city rivalry game playing against Villanova. I think they're playing at the Spectrum, and you got St. Joe catching 14.5. I think that's way too many.
That's a lot of points, man. That's a lot of points. And isn't St. Joe more of a home team than Villanova is in Philly?
You would think so.
Wow. Okay. That was an interesting deal there. Now, in Big 12 or in here the AP, or excuse me, the CPF rule, the CPF rankings. I saw that, and all three of you guys can chime in. And Ben, you can go first on this. The rankings. Do you think these are the top 4 teams in the country, Ben?
With college football?
Yeah, Georgia,
I do.
Michigan, Washington, Florida State. Do you think Florida State is fourth? They're playing with a backup quarterback. No way in hell
No.
are they the fourth
No,
ranked team.
I don't think at the end of the year. So like for the week being, yes, I think it's fine. I think after this next week they're gonna change.
Okay, who is your final four, Ben?
But
Who would you like to
all
see?
right, so I do. I mean, I got Georgia, Michigan, Washington. I do think if Alabama wins that they're in, but if not, like they beat Georgia, then I think Alabama might be in there. But I do like Oregon. I think if Oregon wins tonight, they're in for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Drew.
So,
Your
but I
your
do- I
final
do
four.
like Oregon.
I think if Alabama, if you're saying if Alabama wins, well, what if Texas beats Oklahoma State and Oregon beats Washington?
Yeah, you can't
I
put-
don't think Alabama's going to go from 7 to 4.
Yeah,
Ooh, it's just the way that I think that's just
Al-
the way
Alabama's
they
not
do it.
Alabama's not going to jump Texas. But the problem is, do you put in?
No.
You have to. The problem is, then you can't put in Georgia. You can't have Georgia
Well, no, you'd have
and
to.
Alabama.
They still would. I'm
Yeah,
just saying the way it'll work.
the committee
I think
the committee probably would. You're right, Ben. Committee probably would do
Think
that.
about, think about this. Georgia's won 32 games in a row. They're
I'm with
5
you.
favorites in the SEC championship game against Alabama. Let's say Georgia gets beat by a last-second field goal. Does Georgia drop out of the top 4?
No. Nope.
Well, if that's an okay, hold on. If that scenario happens, Nathan, who do you take? If Georgia gets beat by Alabama, who is your final four? Well, give me your final four before that happens, and then after that happens.
Yeah, so I'm assuming. Okay, here's my thing with it. If all 4 of those teams win, you can't leave an undefeated team out. I mean, I don't care.
But Florida State is like TCU, dude. They don't belong.
You can. They don't. They third-string quarterback.
Dude, third string quarter. There's no way in hell they're the fourth
You
ranked.
can't leave an undefeated.
Ben, they're not the fourth
Well,
ranked team in the country.
What do you want them to do?
They're out.
Beat
They're
everybody on their third-string quarterback. And yeah, they're undefeated, but they're in the worst Power 5 conference in America. So then they had their
Hey,
third-string
you could have said
quarterback.
that. You could have said that about the Big 12 100 times.
TCU. We did. Last year was exactly what we
I
said.
didn't think TCU should have been in it last year.
We said that, bro. We said that.
Hold on, TCU should have been in it, but they beat Michigan.
But listen, that's because Michigan had 5 turnovers and 3 picks. Come on, man.
You went to Georgia.
Listen, they got spanked by Georgia because that's the team that they were. They didn't deserve to be there. Florida State. Hey Ben. Hey Nathan. Give me your final four before they get beat, and your final four if Alabama beats Georgia.
Can I do a mix-up there?
Nope.
A little
Just
bit?
give me your final four. We're talking about your final four.
Okay, my final four, but I think so my final four is Georgia, Michigan, and then I'm going to say the Fighting Ducks beat.
So you say Oregon.
Washington. I'm going to say I'm saying Oregon's going.
Okay.
And
I
then
want
I
Oregon.
think obviously like it. Okay, so that would put, and then Florida State wins. So yeah, Florida State would go too.
I'm out.
So
Ben.
that would put Alabama losing and
Yeah.
Texas.
All right, Drew. Go ahead.
Well,
Give me your four. Give me your four. If everybody wins. No, the four you think should be in, and then if Alabama beats Georgia,
I would have Georgia, Michigan, the winner of the Oregon-Washington game, and Ohio State.
okay. If Alabama beats Georgia,
Ohio State.
Yeah, Ohio State. They lost by 6 points to Michigan on the last drive of the game.
yeah, but
Michigan
Drew,
probably-
do you want to see Ohio State and Michigan again?
Texas lost to OU.
I know.
Let me ask you this: who would be favorite, Ohio State or Washington? Ohio State. Who'd be
No.
favorite, Ohio State or
Okay.
Oregon?
No. I get this.
No. I'm
Okay.
going Washington.
Okay, Drew. Here are my four. If it goes to saying my top 4 teams are Georgia, Michigan, Oregon, Texas. Those are my top 4 teams. If Alabama beats Georgia, like Ben said, by a field goal, whatever,
Yeah.
I don't want to see Alabama and Georgia again.
Me
Okay,
either.
and I don't want to see Ohio State and Michigan again. I've already seen that. I don't want to see that again. Okay, I've seen that. They've already played each other. We're done. You lost. And if that happens, then I think you have to put Georgia. You didn't win when you needed to get in, so you're out. So it's Alabama, Michigan, Oregon, Texas. But then again, I don't necessarily want to see Alabama and Texas again. But that was what, week 2, 3? When was that, Drew? Week 2, 3? When was that?
Yeah, we talked about it. And I said we thought that Alabama might be the best team in the country by the end of the year.
Yep, Drew said
Very
that.
well, easily could be.
That was it. That was Drew's take by
Just
then.
because it's at the beginning of the season doesn't mean it's not part of the season. Though.
No,
Texas is in the same boat.
Listen, I'm with you, but I'm just saying if Texas beats Georgia, I don't want to see Georgia. I don't want to see Georgia, Alabama, Oregon, Michigan. You see what I'm saying?
Either way, there's going to be
Yeah, I'm with you.
people no matter who gets in. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I don't want to see Ohio State, Michigan, and I don't want to see Georgia, Alabama. I've already seen that.
No.
Okay, so my four wish list would be Georgia, Michigan, Oregon, Texas. I don't want to see Florida State because
Oregon would probably be the 3 seed to play Georgia.
Right.
Michigan's going to play Texas, and you probably get Georgia, Michigan for a title.
Right.
Probably 2 best teams.
yeah, and that's my
I'd
thing
love to
is
see Florida State full go. You know, like
well no
Ben.
Ben that's a correct with Travis yes Jordan Travis 100% Florida State's in there 100% Florida State's in there but I don't want to see a third string backup quarterback.
Florida
going on?
State would be a double-digit underdog to anybody in the top 7 right now.
Do you have
Anybody.
we have a fan here. Do you like this is what we're saying. If Alabama beats Georgia, who is your 4? Here it is right here. Here are the 4 that are ranked right now. So you got Georgia. If Alabama beat Georgia, do you put both of them in?
You still have to.
You still have to.
Yeah.
And if Georgia wins, who is your top 4?
If Georgia wins, top 4, it'd be Michigan should be over Georgia.
Okay. I can go with that. I have no problem with that.
Michigan, Georgia, Washington.
Well, Oregon's going to spank Washington this weekend. You think Washington's going to still win? Okay, so he's taking Washington.
Yeah. And I think Oregon should be over Florida State.
Yeah, so you don't think Texas deserves to be in?
No.
Oh, dang. Whoa. Oh, somebody behind you, Drew. My boy behind me, he just shook his head straight up. He's like, yeah, no. I'm not sure, guys. Is that an OU fan back there talking?
Texas has the best win in college football all year.
Oh, Southern Cal guy. Hey, Drew. Ben, Nathan. We have a Southern Cal guy back here, so I don't know if we discount what he's saying because Southern Cal sucks. So I don't know if do we discount this dude back here?
Ask him if he's glad about that Lincoln Riley hire now.
We're not talking about that, dude. We don't give a shit about that. That's an OU deal. We're done with that. We don't talk about past. We're talking about present. Okay, so no, who is your top 4 then? Hold on, Nathan. Hold on. We're done with that. Who is your top 4? You want me to pull it back up for you so you can see it? Hey, Drew, I'm gonna pull it back up for my man. He's gonna give us his opinion. We're not talking about Lincoln Riley. We don't give a shit about that. Okay, here we go.
George, okay, so
No. After this weekend, who would be in your final 4?
After this weekend, it's going to be Georgia's going to beat Alabama. We got Washington. We got Texas has got who?
Texas playing Okie State.
Texas, but they're not going to go in the top 4. So I think it's going to be Georgia, Washington, Oregon, and
well, they can't because Oregon and Washington, one of them is going to be.
Oh yeah. Let me see the 4 as they are right now.
This is the 4 as they are right now.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm tripping. I didn't see 2. So yeah, it's going to be Georgia, Michigan, Oregon,
and either Florida State, Ohio State.
Who Florida State playing?
They're Louisville. Florida State got their 3rd string quarterback.
I know, but they're going to be Louisville.
Yeah, but they don't. The question is, do they belong? Do they belong in there?
But
hey, Drew,
going to replace them with
either Texas or Oregon. Texas or Oregon.
But if Alabama beats Georgia, did Georgia not go?
That's what we're discussing. No, that's what we're discussing.
Okay.
That's what we're discussing. We're saying that Alabama, I don't want to see it, but that's probably what they're going to put it again. You'd have Georgia, Alabama, Michigan. Who was the other one, Drew, you said?
Ohio State.
It would be Ohio State. So you'd have Georgia against Michigan and Ohio State against Alabama.
Which would be boring, but at the same time, even if Georgia loses, the two-time reigning champ, you can't drop them from one all the way to
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they're going to drop out.
That'll put them out of there just because
You
they
can't put them
lose.
out of
But it
there.
depends on how they lose, right?
That's true. But
Now, if they barely get beat,
when you lose, because if you lose in the beginning of the season,
It's different.
It's not so bad,
Yeah.
right? As it coming now, so
So what we're all agreeing is if Alabama beats Georgia close, they're both in. If Alabama spanks Georgia, then Georgia's out. Do we agree with that? If Georgia gets beat by 10 double digits,
If Texas wins, Alabama can't get in.
if Texas wins, Alabama shouldn't go in above.
If Texas wins, Alabama cannot get in. But again,
But you got to think, if Alabama beats Georgia, they're the SEC champions. So do you keep Georgia in?
that's still one loss.
There's
Georgia
one loss,
lost Alabama.
but Alabama got beat by Texas.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
and
how you
Alabama-
gonna take Georgia from one and put them all the way
Yeah,
out?
but you have to put in the SEC champion, don't you? I just think.
We gonna see, right?
I mean, to me, it's real simple. If Alabama beats Georgia and barely beats them, Georgia's in, Alabama's still on the way out. Looking out. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
It should be Georgia, Michigan, Oregon, and Texas. That's how I look at it. That's how it should be. Because no matter if
Then Washington falls. Okay, yeah.
if Oregon beats Washington,
Absolutely.
okay, that's all I'm saying. I don't want to. Alabama, you're a one-loss team. You lost to Texas. How the hell am I going to put you in front of Texas when Texas beat you in your spot, and then the last? Go ahead.
you don't. You put Alabama and Texas in, and you leave Georgia out.
You can't leave Georgia out, man. They're not leaving Georgia out. I can promise you, they're not leaving Georgia out. They ain't leaving Georgia out, man. Have a good one.
A two-time
They're not leaving Georgia out, man. I can promise you. They're not leaving Georgia out. Two-time champ, 27 in a row. They lose. If they barely get beat by Alabama, they're both in. If they get beat by Alabama, they should be out. What do you think, Ben? Is Ben there? Or is he gone?
I'm completely with you. I'm completely with you on that. If Alabama wins it all, I mean, if they win by even 1, 2, 3 points, then I do think they're in. I think Georgia stays in. I think it's just going to be a matter of fact. I think it's just the way they're going to do it.
Yep.
I don't like it necessarily, but I think that's just the way it's probably going to be.
That just sucks. Drew, can you help me? I mean, Nathan, I mean, I understand what.
Here's the thing: they're dogging Georgia. They're dogging Alabama about how all the close wins and how they almost lost a couple and this and that. Did you watch Georgia this year? Because they almost got beat by some crappy teams.
Yep. Hey. By the way, Drew, we didn't discuss this on Monday, Nathan and Ben. Bro, how do you at Auburn let the dude catch the ball in the end zone?
Isn't that wild?
What? How are you? Why are you not glued to him wherever he go? What? Can one of y'all explain that to me?
I don't know. I'm not a coach.
Yeah, I mean, you only got 4 seconds left in the game. You should have just shoved you out of the back of the end zone.
Well, and on top of that, why are you only rushing 3? Put some pressure on him.
Prevent, only prevents the win.
It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Kind of like Notre Dame game, same thing with that. So it's just frustrating. It's frustrating. Okay, guys, we're gonna do this and then we're going.
I agree that there's going to be 3 really mad teams at the end of the year that don't get in.
Yeah. Well, like they do every year. That's why they need to move it to 12 and then we're done with this. Because I mean, to me, there's not a what?
If Georgia loses, they'll have only beat Missouri and Ole Miss, and that's it. That's it. That's the only good wins they got.
Yep. Hey,
And I'm just telling you, that's not good enough.
Not good. I agree, but they're Georgia and they're 2-time division champions, 27 wins in a row. So that's what that is.
Which shouldn't matter at all, I'm just saying.
I agree, but it does. It does. Okay, guys, we're talking about the Thunder. We're going to finish up here. I'm starting to get hot, man. I'm sweating up here. I'm like, how the hell am I sweating?
Georgia also beat Tennessee, too. At Tennessee.
Yeah, they did. They beat them at Tennessee. Yeah, they are. Tennessee is ranked 24th.
18.
They're 18th.
When they beat them, they weren't ranked. Just saying.
Okay, guys, Drew.
And they beat Missouri, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Kentucky, all ranked teams.
Okay. We're going to switch gears here now. We're going to do the Thunder. We're going to switch up here. The last 3 games, we talked about this last night on After the Storm. Okay, Ben, go. Lakers, Mavs. Lakers at home Thursday. Mavs Saturday in Dallas, and Jazz home after the week off. Well, actually, not now because we do have a. By the way, did you notice how they slid the game in there, guys? That we played Golden State on the 8th. After they figured, what they did is they had 82 games in there. So this is what they did. They left out some dates. These dates that the games, if you're going to win, if you're not in, then you play those teams. That's what they did.
Yeah.
That's what they did. That's how they solved that
Guys are
issue.
making such a good job with it. Guys are making such a good job with it.
Yep, they did. So okay,
That's
go ahead.
difficult stuff when 82 teams. That's
Yep.
or 32 teams.
So Ben, go ahead. Lakers.
But yeah, no, I got yeah, I'd say Lakers at home. I kind of like us. What do we know what the spread is on that one?
No.
No, it'll be a couple.
It'll be
points.
it'll be three or five, 2 or 3.
I'm take the Thunder at home on that one just to try and give us some real good juju there.
Okay. And then
At
Mavs.
the Mavs, you're going to be in attendance, so I'm gonna take us again. Take us double down. I think we can probably roll this. The Jazz will probably lose tonight. Honestly, I think we're going to go 2-1. I don't know.
So you got us going. So you have a 7-3 overall in these 10 games.
Yep.
Okay, Nathan.
I go 3-0.
Okay, so you have us 8-2. So you and the Commander are 8-2. Y'all are on that junket. Drew.
What I think they're going to do on
These last 3, yeah.
I think they're going to go 2-1. I think they'll lose the Lakers and beat the Mavericks and beat the Jazz.
Yep. So 7-3, and I think that
It's not a bad matchup for the Thunder. That's not a good matchup. The Lakers are long. They're big inside. We'll see. It's been
Hey, Drew, will you do me a favor? Do me a favor. Check on the Lakers' Social Security application, will you?
wow.
We shall see.
Wow. I don't even know what to say to that.
Don't be surprised if the Lakers are favorites.
Oh man. Hey. Anyway. Okay. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
They got nobody to guard AD. They got nobody to guard LeBron. And the Lakers are long inside. And if the Lakers choose long,
Which AD's going to show up, though? Is he going to fake a hangnail injury or what? Just ask.
As we said last.
Check on his disability. Hey, check on
matchup for OKC.
Yeah, as we said last night, is it going to be is AD going to be the $1 million man or the dollar man? That's what the issue is. So.
dollar.
Yep. So anyway, but Ben, we got to go. We got to get you to a game, Ben.
If you're an OKC fan, you better hope that
I know.
Because if AD shows up, the Lakers win the game.
Yep, we got to get Ben to a game, man. Ben, Drew. But I know it's got to be.
Break it down with you, that'd be awesome.
But it's got to be what,
That'd be
Sunday?
a great time, man.
What's got to be Sunday through Tuesday?
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday works for me.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay. I was trying to think of what.
Number 4.
Yeah, one of those deals.
Number
So
4 in the CFTV needs to be Liberty. If you're going to
Or
put
like,
Georgia
I
in
can do
Liberty.
a Saturday day game or something if there's a Saturday day.
yeah, we'll figure it out. So that being said, I want to thank everybody for joining us here for the show today. I'm getting ready to go back home, man. I'm starting. I think I'm starting to get a fever again. I start feeling good, and you know how that is when you're sick and you start feeling good, and you're dumb.
100%.
Yeah. So I think I better take my butt back home. So I'll be ready. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. High Stick Harry, Ben Dillman, Drew Henthorne, Husker Drew Picks, Nathan Taylor, YMB. Appreciate all those guys for being on today, and I want to thank you guys for watching us. This can't even talk. This edition of the Unpopular Hour here at Georgia's Happy Hog. Oh, I haven't even said it yet. Georgia's Happy Hog. Want to thank everybody for letting us in here. They're closed Sundays and Mondays, open Tuesday through Saturdays from 11 to 7. For catering events, contact them at 405-525-8111. And of course, it's brought to you by YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
Things happen. Oh, God, wow.
Wow. Hey, Drew, will you do it right for me, Drew? Sponsored by YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
The bank to make things happen.
There you go, Nathan. That's how it works. There you go. Oh, my God. Drew, why do we have him doing this again? Oh, my God. Anyway, they're an equal housing lender, member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynb.com. OK.com. So anyway, you can do that or call in and go and see our boys over at the main bank, which is where Nathan is at. Please get him some correct